Hi everyone. As promised, we're going to do a video for this upcoming game week recap. Felt the occasion required some style, so hence the hat. I know I look amazing. You don't need to tell me. All right, so we're going to do a similar format as last time. Okay, so this is our current league standings right now. Ali has continued to extend his lead. Andrew has fallen down to third place with a 57-point outing. So he gained points on Ali, lost points to Sean, and now Sean is firmly placed in second. He's only got a 2-point lead over Andrew, but it's tight. I mean, Andrew is only 17 points away from Ali, so it's really it's squeaky bum time. Um, Aiden finds himself in a very comfortable position. Um, he's a little bit off drift right here, but he is still within striking distance. And if he continues up his good form, which he's pretty much been doing all throughout 25, I think he's got a real shot. Probably an outside sleeper team, really, but you never know. Aiden's a smart guy. Myself and Safal and even Bennett really are just absolutely jockeying it out for fifth place. My title credentials have fallen flat. I don't think it's possible for anyone under fifth place really to challenge for the league. I feel like it's really these top four at that rate. Safal only 4 points behind me, but I had a really strong week of 75 points. Bennett, another good strong week of 68. He finds himself with a nine of Safal. Pedro has been actually doing very well recently. 81 points is a really, really great number. And he climbs up to eighth. So he's been on a bit of a surge ever since passing Zaid for 11. So he's gone past both Erics um, up into eighth place. Both Erics right now, it's been a bit of a pull away from Eric Rudo. Unknowledgeable is beating the GOAT, which is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Could never be me. Could never be me. Um, Zade's just doing his thing right now. And can we please give it up for Jonathan? He has made it to 1,000 points, which is honestly, I've been waiting for this moment for so long. It's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Um, I don't know really what to say. He may be last in the league, but he is first in our hearts. God bless you, Jonathan. God fucking bless you, the Dar Whizzlers. Okay. All right. So the global average was 52 points. Surprisingly, Ollie didn't hit that. And neither did Eric, Rudo, Zaid, or Jonathan. Ollie still finds himself in first. Sean had a 17-point gap on him, which is kind of crazy that Ali still is holding a lead. But again, it just means the table is more interesting and much closer for the latter stages of the season. Let's take a look at Sean's team because I feel like he's the form pick to win the championship right now. Of course, the Munoz pick has been absolutely fantastic. Crystal Palace have been really defensively stout in their recent fixtures. He's been one of the best defenders over the last 5 weeks, I believe. Of course, he captained Salah over Palmer, which was just obviously it was just the move because there's just nothing that Palmer does. I mean, he's just a guy who's good at taking penalties. Anyway, Salah got 30 points off with the captain, Clivert with his five, and then he got the return with Watkins. So Sean's been doing really good. Pickford in goal, one of the best goalkeepers. I think he's either third, fourth, in terms of points this season. So let's go back here. We'll take a look at Andrew's team. Andrew with Raya got the Timber five and the Munoz six. Of course, Captain Sala got the Cliver, but then the difference between him and Sean, he had Aina on the bench, which was frustrating. Wood and Izak didn't do anything. So that was a bit of the difference. Sean's Watkins basically propelled him up to the over 60 points. And yeah, Aiden, we'll take a look at. Solid 60-point outing, a five at the back. Wow, this guy is on another level. Got the return with Kirkez. Colwill, okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I mean, clean sheet against Leicester, I guess, you know what, you take the 6 points. And the return with João Pedro. Um, excuse me, Salah captain was definitely the move this week. We'll go back. We'll take a look at myself. 54 points, just above the average. It's been a pretty underwhelming season. Um, yeah, can't wait to get Palmer out of my team because look, that guy. Alexander Arnold, I don't know the severity of the injury, but Slot said that they will hopefully see him by the end of the season. So we're gonna see. If you haven't made your transfers already, free hit is a real option. Even wildcard is a real option if you find yourself in a bit of a sticky situation. Always look ahead. Game week 33 is going to be a big blank game week because of the FA Cup. Um, and I think, cup replays and stuff like that. It usually happens every year. So next 4 or 5 weeks are going to be really important in terms of chip strategy. A lot of people in the league already use their assistant manager. So you have the wild card, you have the free hit, you have the uh, bench boost. So those three are active. So yeah, just make notes of that. And I think like you'll end up with a strong finish to the season. And then we'll take a look at. So I still have no idea what this team name is. Like, okay. Anyway, so Fall got 75 with the assistant manager. So Pereira didn't do what he was hoping for. I assume he's going to keep him on for the next two fixtures. Southampton away for Wolves is a very, very, very friendly fixture. Um, you could look at some assets there. Eight Nori is someone I think that a lot of has been a sleeper pick recently. Had Raul on the bench, had Aina on the bench. Safal got 75 points and still had 12 on the bench. Oh, so he had Robert Sanchez. Okay. Damn. João Pedro and Watkins being his strikers was really, really good. Of course, unfortunately, a Spurs fan, you will never know what being good will ever feel like because he has club sacked Mauricio Pochettino and has Daniel Levy as its owner. Could never be me. Bennett was 68, 1 point away from greatness. Nico Williams, Cliver, Watkins, and Raul. So, oh, wow, he had Milinkovic and Aina on the bench. He had an extra 14 points on the bench, but still a very solid week for Bennett. Yeah. The big similarity between a lot of the teams right now, Palmer, Salah, Clivert, and then the defense has been defenders this year have struggled for points. Clean sheets are less often to come by for the best teams. Take a look at Arsenal. Like their defense is renowned for being one of the best. Struggling with clean sheets. Liverpool side that conceded to Southampton. Couldn't beat Aston Villa. Like premium assets in the defensive end, like apart from Nottingham Forest, basically, are struggling with getting clean sheets. Pickford, which is like one of the better goalkeepers this year, Everton have been struggling to keep clean sheets. They're usually conceding one goal. Um, but it's also interesting because in the first half of games, you're experiencing a lot less goals. So these games are starting off slow and then they're starting to really come out and be a lot more, much more high scoring affairs in the second half. I just find that interesting. Anyway, Bennett with 68, which is a very good week. Um, Pedro with the 81. So he was the highest scorer of this game week. Unai Emery. Okay, gotcha. Very good assistant manager pick. Had Joe Pedro, had Watkins, has Bruno, doesn't have Cole Palmer, which I think is honestly it's a very, very fair point. Trossard, I don't mind that as a differential. Of course, Alexander Arnold, we're going to see what that injury is looking like, but again, looks like it's long term. And what I spoke about earlier, big teams just aren't keeping clean sheets the way they used to. Um, Allison Becker is still one of the best goalkeepers in the league, and you saw that against PSG, um, even though they were knocked out. Because Donnarumma is absolutely steroided out of his mind. But yeah, a very, very good week for Pedro. Salah captainers again, very happy. And then we'll take a look at who he just passed. Didn't captain Salah, captain Isaac. Unfortunately, didn't do what he wanted him to do. Watkins Garnacho. I like Garnacho there. Two Leicester players more than I think anyone normally would have, to be honest. But yeah, not too bad. I mean, I think his goal for the season right now, first year, just to beat the other Eric, and I think he's doing that. I mean, 20, come on. Oh, yeah, Bruno. What are you doing, dude? I mean, if you can't tell, Eric just hasn't looked. He's too busy trying to figure out ways to make his hair look good, which to be fair, he does a good job at. Okay, and then we're gonna look at King Zaid. Zayd's just having fun. Again, if he really tried, he'd be top of the league by like so many points right now. That's all I'm saying. Captain Holland, he might be able to realize that potential later. His schedule comes up pretty nicely. And then Captain Salah. And then finally, the Dar Whistler man himself, Jonathan, 41 points. Trippier with 8. That is Trippier and Enzo and Darwin Nunez. That is a brilliant top three scorers. I love how he has Kyle Walker, Joao Felix, and Bukayo Saka. I think that's so funny. His bench just is like, it makes me laugh every time I see it. But Jonathan, as an absolute king, got over 1,000 points. So, he automatically takes home the W of the week. Again, he may be last on the table, but forever first in our hearts. He's just that guy. Okay, and then let's take a look at the fixtures. So on Saturday, Everton, West Ham, Ipswich, Nottingham, City, Brighton, Southampton, Wolves, as I highlighted earlier. It's a pretty good fixture. Bournemouth, Brentford. And then on Sunday, Arsenal, Chelsea, Fulham, Spurs, Leicester, Man United. Um, of course, the blank game week coming in because Liverpool and Newcastle are playing in the Carabao Cup final. Both teams are injured to hell. So it should be we'll see how that goes. I feel like it's going to be a lot of goals, but we'll based on my luck, it'll be a very nil-nil affair. It'll be like the one they had with Chelsea a couple years ago and just nothing happening. So everything you need to know for the blank game week. Free hit chip is a very, very potent strategy here. Scout selection, three force players are in there. Very interesting that Holland again has been regaining a lot of popularity because of his easier schedule coming up. Bruno Fernandes again, kind of in a differential zone right now, but very, very competitively viable. Performed against Arsenal. Hat trick against Real Sociedad. So yeah, we'll see. Um, and yeah, if you ever feel like you need some guidance on in terms Scouts Game Week, I think is really Scouts Game Week guide is really, really good. Okay. And that'll be it for this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get dinner. I'm gonna make sure this gets uploaded, and then you'll see this link coming up later. Um, be prepared for an announcement for me this weekend. I have another idea in terms of how we can do some wagering, just for people lower down in the league to still feel like they have a chance to earn some money. So be on the lookout for that. Happy March. Happy Maryland winning the Big Ten tournament. Um, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. Enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna finish this up before I keep blabbering. And yeah, thanks, guys. Hopefully, Real Madrid is quaking in their boots to us. I can't wait for Mikel Moreno as a front man against Real Madrid. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys. See you later. Enjoy your weekend.